Okay, Dom, can you market a business without social media presence? Where are you based, Dom?
I'm based in Ottawa, Canada.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's grand. Um, yes, been there many times, done workshops. Heather Garrett, who runs Planet Botanics downtown, she's hosted me a number of times. And
Yeah, I'm just down the road from her. I know her well.
well, pass on my regards if you see her soon.
I will.
Okay, yes, can you market without social media? 100%. And the person I would look into on that is if you search on social media or on YouTube, Bradley Morris. Just search Bradley Morris, how to market without social media. He's got a really great presentation on that he's done. Social media is absolutely not required. And I would say, in fact, social media, and if you search Tad Hargrave market without social media, I've got a playlist on social media, which
Right.
has some more thoughts on this. So I won't go too in depth because there's a ton there, but social media, again, it's the long game. Social media is a way that people can check you out from a distance, kind of stay in touch with you and see if they want to take the next step. And what to say about this? So it's good to go back to the first principles. And the principle that a lot of people, I think, miss in marketing is safety. That, if you go to find a therapist, you go to Psychology Today, you look in their directory, and most of the write-ups are appalling. They're not that great. They're too brief. There's no niche. They might not even have a website.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very hard to get a sense of them, and that's not a safe proposition. So the more we can set things up that they can check us out from a distance and learn about us, the better. Social media is a fantastic way to do that, but it doesn't have to be social media. As long as you remember the principle, it's like, okay, on my website, then I'll make sure there's lots of photos of me, there's video of me, there's articles by me. There's if they want to get to know me and my perspective and my point of view, the website can help. And
Okay.
then so safety is one thing, but then you've also just got to get in front of your ideal clients. You're like, how are you going to connect with these people who are a perfect fit for you? Well, here's something I would say is for most people, if you need clients desperately, if you're like, Tad, I need money like yesterday, what do I do? I would say very first thing, stop all social media. Like, how much time are you spending? Okay, cut that down to 0 for a while. Put up a little thing saying, I'll be back in a few months. And, focus your marketing otherwise. And for most service providers, I don't know of any tactic that's better than just getting up in front of a group of your ideal clients and talking about what you do and sharing your philosophy, sharing your approach. If you check out magicmedia.com/signature dash signature dash workshops.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the tool that I would most use is just designing a 1 hour presentation that you can get in front of people and then tour that virtually or live locally to get in front of people. But social media is not needed. Um, there are plenty of businesses that have a very thriving clientele with no social media presence at all to speak of.
Yeah, because I just don't have the time to dedicate to produce the posts, and I do love writing, so I do a lot of blogging, and I have done for a long time. That's been my main way, and maybe LinkedIn, but I don't even go on there that often. It's just yeah. So and I've don't like Facebook for lots of different reasons. Uh, Instagram I've starting to pay attention to, but again, it's uh, getting consistency. I'd rather be consistent with something rather than doing it not enough. So
Yeah. The other thing is this is something that's in my membership, and it's one of the chunks in the hub marketing semester that we're in right now is talking about referral systems. And most businesses really do not think about this at all. asking existing clients for referrals, asking existing clients for business. Yeah, for most, this is just not even considered. And do you have any formal referral systems in your business?
So I normally try and ask people. I try and ask people sort of once. So I'm an osteopath. So once they've sort of gone through they're feeling better. So I normally ask them, would you do me a favor? Would you write me a a review, or would you refer me a client? And so I send them a link, and some write me the review, and some don't. I don't know why sometimes, but yeah. So I've always tried to do that, um, and certainly that's been a big way of me getting more clients in the future because of my reviews. Because
Sure.
yeah.
So let me just offer this as a one approach to referrals. There's lots of ways to get referrals, but here's the most direct, simplest, I think,
Okay.
is and so for everyone, you think about who the clients are who love you most, the ones who are huge fans of you. Like they would give you a 5-star review. They're probably already talking about you. And you reach out to them and say, "Hey, I am wanting to grow my practice. I'm just knuckling down. I'm gonna do it. And um, I'm doing some interviews with clients about this because I thought you might have some ideas of how I could do this, how I can grow my business. Like, would you be up for scheduling a 20-minute going for coffee or a Zoom call or something?" And if these people really love you, it's probably going to be an easy yes for them. I mean, if I just invite everyone to think about, like, what's that local restaurant that you love? That it's that local food restaurant. You bring everybody there when they're in town, and you're such huge fans. And if they said, "Hey, can we get you lunch one day and just we have questions about the restaurant. Can we pick your brain a little bit?" You'd be like, "Yeah, of course. Oh my God, I'm so happy to help. Thanks for asking." So your clients, the ones who you might pick, would probably feel the same. And then there's two parts to this conversation. The first part is you're talking about hubs. You're like, "What are your ideas on how I could grow this? Where do I find more people like you? You're so great. Like, what are your ideas?" And I've got this signature workshop. I'm thinking of touring it. Um, do you know of any events that are cool that your people might be at? Are there any magazines? Are there social media? Are there Facebook groups? And it's good to have a little list of things that you might ask them about. So you're getting ideas for hubs, and I promise you, they're going to have great ideas you've never thought of. It could be literally 2 doors down from your clinic, and you've not even considered it. So that's number one. But then part two, once that's done, it's like, wow, thank you so much for all these leads. Um, so part two, do you know anyone in your life who you think this might be helpful to? Anyone who's struggling from any of these problems? I particularly love helping people with this. Is there anyone who comes to mind who I could help? Like, no pressure at all, but just if there is, I will take such good care of them. And what happens is, this is on the making it easier side, is they they're just busy in their life. That's what's going on. I mean, this is probably why they don't write the reviews half the time, is they're just they just get caught up. But
Mhm.
if you sit down with them, like if you were to ask them, "Hey, can you think of anyone who might benefit from this?" Initially, people will say, nobody comes to mind, or maybe one. But if you actually just sit with them and you talk it through, oh, and that reminds me of this. Um, the names will start coming both for the hubs and the people, but actually scheduling the time. So, anyways, that's an example of what a referral system can be. There's lots of other types, but if you're wanting to grow without social media, I would urge you to consider, what specifically am I going to do that I can do over and over again to be getting more referrals from my existing clients? Because the clients who
Mm.
love you are a fantastic source of more clients.
Mm.
That's what I'd say about that.
Thank you so much, Ted. I love your work.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.